Cheers.
Yeah, I'm ready.
To 216. I got an orange pop.
I got water.
Yeah, water.
Orange squeeze, this is called. It's pretty good. It's one of those sodas that I think tries to be healthy, but I don't think it is healthy.
No soda's healthy.
5 grams of sugar, though. That's not a ton. I got water, too, in case I need it. Episode 216, June 24th, 2025. Interesting show. This is probably the last summer show of, like, sport things kind of are happening. And the rest is just going to be a lot of snake drafts. So we have the NHL, NBA, College World Series titles just wrapped up. I always like to look at those and see if there's anything we can learn from them for the Red Wings or Pistons specifically. College World Series, not really relatable. I just watched it and it was good theater. Unfortunate injury for Michigan State that we'll talk about. Their basketball team cursed in the middle of the summer.
Best player on our team, apparently.
That sounds like something people told you that you disagree with.
Correct.
We'll get to it. NBA draft is Wednesday. Did you guys know that? I didn't know about that until yesterday.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Don't care.
And the NHL draft is on Friday.
Don't care.
Also didn't know about that. So Evan, hot seat. Maybe some Red Wings talk from you for 1 minute. And then I just selfishly I want to talk about the Ryder Cup, and I also think it's been on, maybe it's just my For You page, but I feel like people are talking about it a lot because of Keegan Bradley's win and what that might mean for September. But
Player
I'm
captain.
I'm all in on it right now, and I just want to look at what the team might be like today. And then I also found this hypothetical page on Reddit, so I have a hypothetical for us at the very end of the show that should be interesting. Nothing. I just saw what Alex added to July 25th, 27th in the show doc. Whoa, Evan, where'd you go?
You went to go look, see what I wrote.
He's getting ready for the
CTGC party. Nice shirt, Evan. I like it.
Thanks.
Nice shirt, Evan.
I forgot I had it. Put it on. Super comfortable.
100% cotton.
It's, I don't know. It's not 100% cotton. Those are too heavy. It's a blend. You look so good.
Alex, how was your week?
Hey, thanks for asking, GA. It was good. Like, you want to know what I did, or you just want to ask how it was?
I want to know the big things.
Yeah, it was good. It's good. It's hot still.
And I think someone's making
full
noise.
week in a while. Yeah, it's a bird.
That was a bird? No
I was
way.
joking, Grant. What is that?
Sounds like Evan has a piece of paper in his hand. Do you have one of those like cootie catchers? It sounds like you're doing one of those things where you guess the number and you open it up.
Roll it up. You
That's
guys
a
pick
good
up
mic.
everything.
That's a good
You can't do
microphone.
anything. Yeah.
Did we have a short week last week?
In life or this show?
Was Juneteenth last week?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, last Monday. Did we do the show last Monday?
Yeah, you already talked about your golf. We did it on Tuesday. We've been doing
Yeah,
Tuesdays
Tuesday.
the last 3 weeks. Full time.
Anyway, been in a
Striking.
weird, not full work weeks thing going on. So this is a full work week this week.
Evan and I keeping the lights on in America.
Next week, you guys don't have a full week. Either do
I only work 2 days next week, and I'm stoked about it.
Oh my
Monday,
God, your
Tuesday,
big scramble's coming up.
dig.
So what did I do? The usual. I played golf.
What? Really?
And then I went to
Again?
a pool party.
Oh. At T's house?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Was it your first time at that pool?
Yeah.
How is it?
It's nice. It's a nice pool. It's very similar to your pool.
In ground?
Parents' pool. Yeah. It's almost the exact same design as your parents' pool.
Shaped like a peanut?
Yeah,
Wow.
correct.
I feel like that's rare.
Yeah. So that was a good time. Had a keg. Pony
Oh
keg.
my God. Shiner Bach?
Michelob.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So played golf and then went over there for the pool. It's a good Sunday, fun day. Also, this was a hot topics. So we were playing with there was like 16 of us, 12 of us, 3 groups of 4. And what I found out and what I've noticed in Houston specifically is on Sundays, the bars are like popping, like all day, all night, Sundays.
Wow.
And I was like, to one of his friends, like, what's the deal with that? He's like, well, we don't party on Saturdays. We party on Sundays and then just go to work hungover Monday. I was like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just party on Saturdays? Sleep it off on Sunday. He's like, it's just what we do here. It's just what we do here. It's like, that's so strange. He's like, it's weird that you party on Saturdays. It's like, okay, touche. So very interesting.
But like
Sunday
people
fun day
there,
in Houston.
They agreed like that's just what we do. Like it's just
yeah,
a known
and
thing.
when I drive by bars, like to go to the grocery store, like 1 p.m. on a Sunday, bars are like full on darty going on.
I was gonna say you should try that, but I don't think you ever will.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so.
Because you came to my parents' house after Faster Horses on Monday to pick up your belongings in the backyard and said, I'm never going to work hungover again.
No, I mean, I definitely have since then. Okay, so that's just not true. But that was a very specifically very bad Monday. I mean, I fell asleep at the urinal at work. That's how bad it was that Monday. But yeah, so did that. And now we're back into a busy work week.
End of Q2 coming up for you. Big time.
Yeah, it's going to be busy.
Does that mean the week after July 4th is crazy? Is that the time it gets crazy or no?
Yeah, pretty much from that week until I go home for the invite will be pretty busy stuff. And then I got 3 flights to Michigan in a span of 30 days.
Are they already all booked?
Nope. Just the invite one.
Nice. Shot 82. I saw the Grint.
Yes. Yeah.
No three putts.
Got iced on a rain delay again. That is 3 in a row. Birdie, rain delay. Crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Tough course.
44% green and reg.
You would shoot a bad number there. No offense.
At Quail Valley.
Yeah, you would shoot a big one.
The El Dorado course? Is that what that means?
Water.
That's a
trees. You can't get off the tee ever. Like you'd be dead. Dead. They used to host PJ events way back in the day. Yeah, you'd be dead.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Evan, you went to Holland, if I remember correctly.
Went to Holland. Debacle of a Friday, but turned out to be a really good Friday night.
Because Saturday was the hangover text, right?
All of our games got canceled on Friday because of umpires.
Oh, I was thinking say thunderstorms. That's crazy. It was umpires.
The 15U age group, my team's age group. Just everyone else is still play on.
They went on strike?
I guess. I don't know. Went somewhere else. So we got our entire schedule got changed on Friday morning right before I was going to leave.
Oh, yeah. I didn't want to interrupt, but my brain's going about logistics. You'd already left for the tournament or no?
Thursday we left and came back, and then we're going to drive back on Friday to save money on expensive hotel. Since we weren't supposed to play till like 3:00 on Friday. And then we already had the hotel room. By the time we figured out all our schedule, we're already on our way back to Holland. So we played 3 games on Saturday in the heat, which was miserable. Didn't advance to the championship game. Struggled mightily pitching wise. But Friday night was great. You guys got my text message Saturday morning.
You're a little wasted.
New Holland Brewing Company? Is that where we went?
I went to, what was it called? I went to a brewing tavern, whatever you want to call it.
Big area for that.
I went to, I think it was called Big Lake Brewing.
What hotel did you stay in?
Hilton something.
Was it good?
Yeah, very nice.
Was it home
You
two
got a
suites?
hotel block for us yet?
Oh, this is part of it. Yeah, we've been calling around.
Big Lake Brewing in Holland, Michigan.
Big Lake
downtown
Brewing.
Holland.
Oh, that looks nice.
Bevan, Grant's more concerned about the hotel.
Okay, hotel. We stayed in Holland, which I can give you the name of the hotel right now.
I bet it's the Home 2 Suites by Hilton.
Grant, we stayed in the hotel there for Katie's wedding.
La, 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 la,
I did not.
I did.
Oh, no, I can't find it.
came into
I'm
my room.
outside of this brewery. That is premier.
Exactly where I was Friday night.
And
Conference
they
steps to Harper's.
sell
Pounding
Sparty
beers.
Party there, they say.
They did not during yesterday or whatever.
Oh, that's their beer, though. That's crazy. It's that company.
Huh.
Let's pull up some of these. There's a DoubleTree. There's a Home 2 Suites. There's a Hampton Inn. Holland.
I
That's
think I
it
stayed
right
at the
there.
Home 2 Suites.
Nope, it's a Hampton Inn. I can tell by the pool.
I stayed at the Home 2 Suites.
It's exactly that hotel, Grant.
That one may have not made the list. Because I think they gave us a bad rate.
I feel like I've been in that hotel.
Let me look
as
at
well.
my spreadsheet. I got a spreadsheet of some of these.
The DoubleTree is cheap. Must be poopy.
Hampton Inn Holland, though, only downside is that they have a bar, and they were super stingy. You couldn't drink your own beer sitting out on the back patio. They were like telling people like pour it out, and you had to order all beer through the bar.
Wow. Hampton Inn, we have to reach out August 1st because they wouldn't book it that far in advance. So stay tuned. Could be a hotel block.
Oh, it's a very nice hotel. And the breakfast, the biggest spread I've ever seen for a hotel breakfast.
Come on,
Nicest,
you can't just say things like that. That's like me.
Cleanest breakfast, whatever you want to say, buffet.
Sausage and bacon?
They mixed it up every single day. But it was like they had their own stations, individual stations of like, you had your like bread station here, like toast, bagels, all that. Next station was your hot items, potatoes, eggs, and then
How
out
far
on the
is
far
Holland
end,
from Tecumseh?
2.5 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Why, Alex?
Just curious if like my parents would drive back after the wedding. Feels like they would.
They're going to get sloshed.
It's an easy drive.
Yeah, I don't think they'll get sloshed.
They're staying till
My
midnight
mom will.
or whatever.
My mom will for sure.
Staying till what, 11, I think, is when venues close. You're going to get back at 1:40, 2 a.m.? No, we're staying. After party.
I mean, I'm staying, Grant. Yes. Evan's staying. Yes.
What was your record, Evan? You said pitching didn't go well?
Yeah, 2-2. Won the first 2 games. Struggled the next 2 games. Struggled is like an understatement.
New crop of teams you played, or same ones as the last couple weekend or the last weekend?
We played one repeat team. Beat them. We lost to them previous week. Beat them 11-1 this past week.
Hell yeah! What's
Redemption.
the best team you've seen? What city are they from?
Best team that we've seen.
Richmond.
It's probably from.
Say it ain't so.
Let's see, this weekend wasn't really anybody.
Midland.
There's an elite prospects team from outside of Detroit. Didn't have to play them though this weekend. Last weekend we played the Monarchs and the Warriors Baseball Club out of Troy.
Evan, did you have anything else?
That was
Golf league.
Wow.
You shot a
I shot bad.
42.
Could
Again.
not putt. No, it's better than last week though. Could not putt.
Yeah, the one from last week doesn't exist on 18
Yeah,
birdies.
I deleted it.
Skips a week.
All my misses were probably combined like 3 feet. All of them combined
Okay.
3 feet.
No one gave you a putt?
No, Dave didn't give me a putt. I had to putt a like 4-foot par putt on 12. Missed it. Bogey.
Evans magic round last 2 weeks ago when he shot a 37 on the back, wasn't it?
Yeah.
67% greens and reg. Pretty impressive.
It's an easy course, Grant.
Let's see.
was
I
it?
don't think I did anything until Friday of note. Just checking. Nope. Friday, didn't do a ton. Watched a movie. Oh, went to a restaurant. Really good. Mexican restaurant. Second
Best.
time going there. Oh, it's like a little hole in the wall. I don't even want to tell people about it in Rochester. It's kind of like a speakeasy feel because they have like no advertising. They seat like 20 people, I think, in there, and great margaritas, great tacos. So that was good. And then watched a movie. Marissa had seen it, but the movie Crazy Stupid Love, she hadn't seen in a long time. So that was
Good one.
a phenomenal movie. Just Steve
Don't
Carell
use
just
straws, boys. Don't use
always
straws.
always makes me laugh in that movie. So good in that movie.
You guys watched a movie you'd both seen multiple times.
Yeah, but she really didn't remember any of it. So like the plot twist in it, I don't think she saw coming.
Oh,
I knew how everything went down,
I
but
watched
so
2
good.
movies last week.
Anything good?
John Wick first one, and John Wick, the second one.
Good stuff. They live up to the hype. Would I like them?
Yeah. Pretty. Yeah. You like James Bond, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
he's an international spy.
He's a secret agent. He's 007.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like similar to that. James Bond is a lot better, but they're still pretty good. I would definitely recommend it. Every guy should watch John Wick.
So did that Saturday morning, early morning. Took Alex's advice, trying to get rounds in. I think you had suggested early morning's a good time to go, especially as a solo player. Don't get caught up. Less likely to get paired up.
You don't feel like 7:30, Grant. I saw that notification.
So early. 7:16 was my official tee time. Course was a half hour away. Mulberry Hills Golf Club in Oxford. I think I woke up at 5:50, ready to go out the door. Coffee.
You were the guy that went to sleep in his golf clothes.
I had everything ready to go. They were laid out, so I didn't have to think about it. About 15 minutes from the course, I was like, this is a mistake, because it was like all dirt roads leading into this place for like 6 miles. I couldn't believe my eyes. I'm like, where the am I? Get there, there's like no one in the parking lot, and I knew there was tee times off ahead of me though. So I'm like, are we just already behind? What the hell? I basically 15.
You got rattled again in a golf parking lot. Always goes.
I was pretty calm, but like 15 people. Can you just
get used to it? It's not a big deal.
15 people bum rush the pro shop as soon as I get out of the car. We're all waiting there. People are supposed to be teeing off 8 minutes ago. I'm like, all right, well, no one really honors tee times, I guess, in the morning since it's so early. This is kind of weird. Get up there. I'm like, I had a tee time for 7:16. She goes, okay, you're paired with 3 people, but you're going to have to ride with a random because we can't each give you your own cart. I was like, fine. The guys were right behind me. It was like a dad, his kid who was like maybe 8 or 9, I want to guess, and then the dad's friend who just got into golf in like August. So met them. I was like, I'll ride with the friend. I drove. So if that gives me any props, Alex, I drove. Go off to the first.
Playing golf with 3 randoms, I just can't get behind this.
It was, and I learning my lesson.
You gotta get better.
I think I'm done with booking on golf now. I think I'm retired from that. I think I'm just gonna.
I told you to just call.
I'm gonna look for available tee times there, like the day before, and then just call so I have an idea of what are open. But yeah, I'm just gonna say like, hey, I would like to play by myself. Is that possible? And then see, because if they say no, it's nice to know you're being paired up before you are paying at the counter. Like, oh, that guy behind you, you're riding with him today. You're like, okay, cool.
You didn't know that?
They didn't tell me. I booked a solo golfer, and then I checked in, swiped my credit card, and she goes, you're riding with a random because you can't have your own card.
I told you, Grant, if you play solo golf, you have to call the pro shop.
It was fine getting paired up. I wasn't against it. The guy was fine. And we'll get to that. It was raining a little bit. Well, this all started the night before. I booked the tee time, I think, on Thursday, and I had looked at the weekend, and there was like no rain. But apparently Friday night, about to go to bed, Marissa goes, hey, did you know it's supposed to thunderstorm Saturday morning? I was like, no shot. Like, I looked at this. There's no way it's changed that much. I go, oh, it'll be fine. So it's sprinkling rain. We're teeing off. The starter's out there. He's like, you guys are good. So I was like, all right. They know what they're doing. They wouldn't let us go off if they thought it was going to be bad, right? No. We played 5 holes total before getting rained out, stormed out. No refund because they said no rain checks on their sign coming in. So I did get a $2.50 refund from Golf Now for the booking fee, the tax or whatever. So I did get that, but that's $50 out the door, which whatever. I was just glad for my safety. So how it happened was, by hole 4, it started to get kind of bad. Hole 5 putting was just a monsoon. I think we all just ran out of the cart, just whacked our putts in as fast as we could, got back in, like, all right, we can't play the next hole. It's dumping. But it wasn't like during the round, there was like little bouts of like thunder in the distance, but never close enough to feel like that concerned. Again, I've also never been caught in a thunderstorm on a golf course. Have you guys ever been felt stranded out there before?
Many times.
We played through a thunderstorm before.
You guys will probably have tips for me.
Downpour rain, and we voluntarily played another 9 holes after it in the downpour rain.
That's kind of how we were trending until I think, thankfully, this kid, the young kid, kind of talked some sense into us. He kind of would always look around and be like, Dad, I don't know if we should be like playing still. And we were always like, yeah, I guess. I was with the 2 other dads, even though I need to realize that like just because you're older than me just because you're older than me doesn't mean you're necessarily smart or have like good common sense. I think everyone there was kind of like, yeah, not really sure how we're supposed to do this. So we pulled off. off the green before the next tee box, kind of at the time sat under a tree because there was no like electricity, to use the term from the US Open. So just raining. We're all looking at the radars like, oh, it's a quick storm. We should be like 15 minutes and then we're good. Well, the thunder and lightning gets a lot closer to us, like borderline on top of us at one point. Some of the loudest thunder I've ever heard in my life over my head, hurting my ears when it goes. And eventually I'm thinking like, well, trees are not good to be under. I know that from common sense growing up. But I was like, the idea of driving out into the fairway also feels like a bad idea with how wet it is. And then also we're like, you can see lightning in different parts of the course. I was like, do we just like bum rush to the clubhouse and hope like we're good playing, Frogger through this thunderstorm? Eventually one of the thunders hits, the kid just starts bawling, crying, just ugly crying like, Dad, I need to go home. And then I think that's when everyone kind of sobered up and was like, maybe the kid's gut is right. That this is like a really bad situation. So the dad goes, all right, you guys just want to book it? And I was like, yeah, do you know how to get back? Because I'd never played here. And he's like, yeah, I know like a shortcut to get back. And I was like, okay, let's just do it. So we just haul ass. Also, I looked behind me and the green we just played was underwater. So I'm like, all right, even if the storm stops, we're not playing today. Like this course is now unplayable with the amount of rain we've watched hit it in the last 20 minutes. So we're just ripping through the fairways. I thought the cart was going to stop at times because how soaked this course was. Like I didn't know if it was going to make it. We eventually get up there. Everyone else is standing under that had driven back. That those that chose to were standing under the thing. And I was standing under the awning. I'm like, I don't really want to stand here in this thunder. So I'm just going to make a bee run for it. So I grabbed my bags, tried to keep my wallet, my phone from not getting absolutely soaked, and just sprinted with my bag on my back to the parking lot as like thunder and lightning were everywhere, dumping, running through puddles. Get everything in the car.
You're making this sound so much more heroic than it was.
It was awful. I was soaked head to toe. Phone was wet. Dollar bills in my wallet were wet. My car smelled like shit for the next 2 days from all the water that got in it from my bag. I took my bag out of the car when I got home, put it in the entryway. Just a pool of water had built up in the entryway from my bag sitting there for like 10 minutes. It just leaked out of my bag from how wet it was. It was tough. And my day was done by 9:30. And leaving that course with all the dirt roads, the amount of like flooding that I thought was kind of driving through in the Honda Accord, potholes, water, it was miserable. It was a miserable stretch. But it's not deterred me. I would do it again. I think the morning golf is the way to go. Just be better about the radar, I guess. Book the night before, not a day before, if you can.
And you played like shit?
I
double, bogey, double.
What did I send you? I will say it was nice. You're talking. I'm like, guys, I'm not good at golf. I'm just not good. My first drive, I absolutely ripped a baby cut, like really nice. And they were like, okay, yeah, right. Granted, the rest of the holes did not go as good. But that was a nice feeling. I don't think I've ever played when it's like really raining before. Bogey, double, bogey, double. No pars.
So you ripped a drive and you didn't make a par.
Bogey. The greens, I mean, I should have known, but the greens, you had to hammer putts. Like you had to whack full backswing 10-foot putts to get them to go where you needed them to go. It was, and I watched one of them leave one ridiculously short, but I was putting off the fringe and I just did not learn from it. I said, I was like, all right, I got to smack this. And I felt like I did, and it barely made it halfway. And I was like, okay, gotta smack this. Greens are underwater. I would have liked to think, though, the remaining 4 holes were par 4s. It was a weird design where it was par 4, par 3, par 5, par 3, and the rest were par 4s to close. If I played all of those at bogey golf, I would have been around a 47, which would have felt good. 48, 49, trying to break 100, settle into the back 9. Could have had a good round. For all the circumstances, like I said. And the guy I played with was horrendous. Horrendous. So now I know how Alex feels when you hit one shot and you have to watch someone hit 6 shots before your second shot. I was like, oh, yes. This is how Alex feels. This is tough because I forget where my ball was at times.
In our Sunday thing, it was teams of 2. It's like a game. It was best. It wasn't best ball. It was quota, whatever. I'm not going to explain it. But I was paired with a 27 handicap. So
that's
as
insane.
the second best golfer in the group, I get the 27 handicap. So he green and red on the first hole, 4-putt double.
4-putt
Yeah.
Wait, that means he double stroked on 9 holes, correct? Yeah. 2 strokes on 9 holes out there. It's crazy town.
And quota is different because you don't get like strokes on holes. You only have to get a certain amount of points.
Oh.
So it's like 2 points for a par, 4 points for a birdie, 8 points for an eagle, 1 point for a bogey.
Nothing
His
for a
quota
double.
that he had to get, 0 for a double. And you don't get negatives. So he had to get 5 quota points through 18 holes. I had to get 27 points.
Do you know what he ended up with?
Yeah. He got 6.
Oh, met his quota. Good
I
round.
made two pars, 2 bogeys.
Wow.
I got 27 on the dot. So
Good for you.
we got third.
I'm going to try to play 1 round on Sunday morning maybe, and then 1 driving range, and then July 3rd.
This weekend is this is going to be my practice weekend. Haven't just practiced in a while. Just get some swings in,
The best part about this July 3rd
Get some swings in this weekend.
rule tweak is in the scramble, if you hit the green, but you're not the closest, you still get to hit a putt. You just can't line it up. And if you make it, it counts.
Yeah, people do that unofficially all the time.
I love it.
Me, I do that.
I've never made it.
I've made
Sorry, Evan. I think I cut you off. You're getting swings. Busy guy.
baseball.
Sorry, Alex.
Baseball.
No, I know when you can go.
The batting
Tomorrow
cage.
during the day.
Good.
Shanks.
Shanks, just go rip balls, hit some draws, hit some cuts, hit some punches. Just get going. Get loose.
Hit lefty, maybe. Just experiment.
It's going to be fine, Alex. I don't
the
want
next
to.
step in your game, Evan, is the fancy shots.
I hit draws all the time.
Hell yeah.
The punch outs.
I hit draws all the time. Even when I don't want to, I hit draws.
High flopper,
Do you
low.
have a two-way
low
miss,
spinner?
or your miss is strictly left?
No, I have a two-way miss.
Well, that's got to get fixed.
I don't think so.
My miss, I only do 5 holes. but
We
I
know
only
your
missed
miss
right.
is up, down, left, right, behind
I
you.
only missed right at Mulberry Hills. Only missed
you
right.
missed 60 yards right. I saw you
Did
like
not.
Ludwig's post on Instagram.
Me or
Yeah,
Evan? Evan and I are
You.
both fans. It could have been either of us.
you liked his
If there's
post.
a swing of his video, I like it, so
Yeah.
I can go and easily see it.
Yeah, you liked it.
I watch it every day.
Evan's a James Pyatt fan. Another
He's
bad
back.
golfer Evan likes.
Exemption for the Rocket Golf Classic.
Yeah,
Say golfer of all time.
Keith Urban, headline of the weekend, Sunday.
Holly Saunders.
Sunday, Pine Knob. Also for a Sunday, maybe a little Houston vibe. Pretty big crowd. Pretty big crowd for a Sunday night. Keith Urban tickets were not that expensive. That probably plays a factor. I actually did something a little reckless. Had lawn seats.
Dude, what was your outfit?
My Keith Urban shirt?
What was your outfit, dude? Haven't you seen this picture?
My black Keith Urban shirt
Nope.
and black golf shorts and a hat is what I wore at the concert.
You look like
I mean, I had my sleeves rolled up in the parking lot because it was not 100 degrees.
you look ridiculous.
In a concert
look like
t-shirt.
Trash. in this
What's
picture.
wrong with him? He's just a sweaty, hot mess on his face right there. He doesn't want
I
anything to
don't
do
know,
with the
just
sun.
The way I saw that, just like, what am I looking at?
Wait, I
He
gotta
looks
show
like
you.
he's ready for faster horses.
Yeah, it was sick. That's basically what country concerts at Pine Knob are.
It's a cool shirt. It's just,
Thank you.
You're not like a country guy. Like I could see Evan wearing that outfit and he pulls that off. I see you wearing that. I just don't think.
I mean, Evan's a cowboy hat guy. I'm not a cowboy hat guy.
Know
I
your
was like a
lane.
fraud in that. I thought this was my lane. This
I
felt
don't know
good.
if that is. It's
No,
maybe
this
it's just your
felt-
face.
This felt good. Let me show
That's
you
me.
this picture.
He's a sweaty, hot mess, Alex. It was literally 98 degrees on Sunday.
You want
and
to talk about
Saturday.
sweaty?
You guys would die here if you lived here.
Shut the hell up.
What? You guys bitch about the
We
weather all
wouldn't.
the time.
The only thing the
It's
golf
finally
round was
warm
tough.
there, and you guys been bitching about the heat
Alex, it's not
multiple
warm.
times.
Look at
First
that.
weather warning alert hot.
Oh, dude.
Oh, that's hot.
God.
Oh my God, you're bleeding through it.
Down to the lower
Next to
back.
you.
My mom's to my right.
That's Susie's hand. You don't know Susie's hand?
I thought it was. Just didn't want to be too.
They had a
Too
lot of those
obvious
like
about it.
vodka tea drinks. They were delicious. He rocked it. Heat didn't bother him. He's from Australia. Just energy out the roof. How old is Keith, dude? It's crazy how good he still is at his age. 57? Dude's almost 60 years old. Just absolutely rips it up.
This is not
played
Keith Urban was my dad's age.
Played for born singer is my mom. She said that a couple months before, I think. Or was it after? Either way. He played for like 2 hours. Also, this guy too, just old school. Says he's going to, Dylan Dinger home run. Nice. Said he was going to come on at 9 p.m. Comes on at 8:57, no intro video, no nothing. Just starts ripping the song on his guitar, and he's on the stage. I'm like, holy shit, there he is. Good thing I didn't go to the bathroom.
He's still on tour at 57.
High and Alive World Tour. Just going around. 2 hours. You didn't get done till like 11. Just hit after hit. Plays to the crowd. Came out in the crowd. Sang right in front of the lawn. Sang a nice, naughty little cover of Pink Pony Club on his acoustic. That was nice. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Wow.
I don't think the crowd knew what to do. They're like, wait, what? This isn't his song. I was like, this is Pink Pony Club. Sing along.
So how was Monday?
I was just tired, man. And I don't know. I didn't feel like I drank that much. I was just stuck to like vodka teas, like high noons before and then those. And it wasn't like a headache. I just felt like I had like the hangover shakes a little bit and like a mild nausea. Could have been heat exhaustion too by the sweating. Like it could have been the heat but I felt good. I felt
for
fine.
God's sakes about the heat.
Lack of sleep as well. Didn't go to bed till late, but good.
Do you have late night Taco Bell?
No, we had talked about it. The line, it's right around the corner outside of Pine Knob, so it was a crazy line, and we voted no. That was good.
You said yes originally.
On the way in, we said, we're going there after. On the way out, we were like, no.
I gave up Taco Bell.
Good for you. Only one left to see is Old Dominion, but I don't know when that's going to happen.
Yep.
Looking at
world
Laney
news,
Wilson,
the U.S. bombed Iran.
looking at Laney Wilson in late September, but those tickets are expensive.
Audie.
$100 to sit in the lawn.
Yeah, you know
She's
why.
hot.
Let's do Kaleb Glenn's injury first, since it's kind of a one-off. Tore his patellar tendon. Did I get that right? Alex, you probably know. You probably should. What does this mean? How did it happen? Where do you go from here?
What does it mean? It just means it happened in practice, non-contact. It's unfortunate, sad for the kid. What does it mean? Hurts the depth of the team. This guy was not like a starter, so that
was my next question. I didn't know what
this
we
guy
saw
wasn't
his
going to
role as.
start.
25 minutes a game, though, maybe?
Probably like 6th, 7th guy. But in a perfect world, I think the plan was that the freshman gets better as the season goes on and kind of takes over those minutes by the end of the year because he's more talented. But he's still like a good role player, like Frankie Fiddler type of guy, I guess, compared to last season.
More athletic film, though. I've seen his tape.
Would play more minutes in the middle of the part of the year.
Yeah, correct. But yeah, it hurts the depth. The only like right side is that you're going to throw a freshman into the fire earlier so you can make his mistakes early in the season and hope he's got it figured out by the end. Talented kid, so we'll see how he does.
I feel like this would obviously it sucks for Kaleb Glenn. That really sucks.
Yeah. He'll be back.
In terms of how fans can spin it, I think I lean towards I was more skeptical of his 3-point shooting because his free throw percentage has been terrible.
I think he was going to be
college.
that good of a 3-point shooter.
But on the surface, he was 41%. So, like, if you were hoping he'd play, like, we just lost a 41% shooter. But in my mind, people are going to say, the shooting's going to get hurt from this. I don't know if I necessarily buy that.
Frankie Fiddler was a 40% shooter, too, and he was like 11% last year. So, again, you got a 6'7" freshman, highly talented, top 50 player in the country. You just let him go.
Cam Ward, we're talking about, right?
There's 2 freshmen.
Well, you said 6'7", so you said one of them. I feel like you're talking about one of them.
You don't know which one's 6'7"?
Cam Ward, I think, is taller than Jordan Scott. Well, they're both 6'7". Wait. No, Cam Ward's 6'8". Jordan Scott's 6'7".
Either way.
Cam Ward's supposed to be better. I know the buzz.
Cam Ward's supposed to be pretty good. Jordan Scott's going to get minutes, though.
Are we adding anybody, Evan?
No, it's too
Any
late.
foreign internationals coming in?
I would love a foreign international player that he already picked a team.
I was just saying a random, Croatian last name.
That we were in on or showed interest in, but it's too late.
It's never too late.
A roster set.
The portal never closes in my mind.
I know, but roster-wise, training-wise, it's too late.
You guys have an open spot? Or did you fill? I saw. Didn't you give Nick Sanders a scholarship?
I heard it was academic, but I also can't confirm
or deny
it.
I'm pretty sure we have an open spot if we need one, but again, Izzo doesn't typically even fill out the whole team. So,
yeah,
2 freshmen. Use them.
Can we put Konkar on bubble wrap for the rest of the summer?
He's playing in Moneyball right now.
He's playing Moneyball. He's out here dunking on pedestrians.
Head above the rim. Just stupid.
All right, so he doesn't need bubble wrap then. He's above that.
But yes, Grant, someone at the pool party Sunday said Michigan State was going to fall off this year and they're dead because they just lost their best player. And I laughed in his face. So you don't know shit about ball.
I can see how you fall for that, though, because unless he was trying to act like he was more in the know.
I thought a transfer from Florida Atlantic was our best player on the team.
When these injuries happen, though, and people report on them, they like to make it seem the most dramatic as possible, which it's dramatic big. In the sense that you're
sad
out
for the kid.
That you're out for a season is a big injury to have in June. That's a big injury to happen.
Yeah.
That's not like hey, you're out for 3 months, so you'll be back in October. That's like a damn, season's done. Season hasn't even started. But yes, people are going to make the impact seem bigger than it is. It does suck, though. I mean, I think he, like Evan said, he would have played quite a bit in the middle of the year, especially.
Yeah, he would have helped.
Just grind it. He'd be grinding out a game versus Penn State, probably have his career high against Penn State, win you the game, and then go on from there.
Kind of fizzles out by the end of the season, and then the freshman becomes really good. He did his role. But it doesn't matter. We have Cohen Carr, the best player in the Big Ten.
That's what people are saying.
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
Future Piston.
He's the most athletic college basketball player that we've ever seen.
Mankind. Name a more athletic college basketball player. Right now.
No, I can't right now. I was trying to think
Name
over the
anyone.
years.
Anyone.
Ja Morant was pretty ridiculous. Ja's up there. They're just different builds. Cohen Carr's more physically
imposing. Could easily dunk on Joey Hauser.
It's kind of like that. It's like that when Nate Robinson used to win slam dunk contest versus Dwight Howard. Cohen Carr is just
smaller.
Yes, correct.
No,
who was crazy? I thought it was Russ Smith before he broke his leg. That guy was insane. Is that what I'm thinking of? No, sorry. No.
Kevin Ware broke his leg.
Correct. Who was the guy Russ from Louisville? Was it Russ Smith?
Russ Smith. Yeah.
He was disgusting.
Number 2.
Yeah, he was so athletic.
But Cohen Carr is disgusting, Grant.
Yeah, no, I agree.
The most disgusting.
You said give me some names. I'm trying.
Just you can't say guards, low guards.
Ja Morant's pretty up there.
Victor Oladipo.
Victor Oladipo was a great. OG Anunoby at Indiana was a freak.
Now, Victor Oladipo was more of a freak.
Honestly, Miles Bridges was pretty athletic.
Miles Bridges.
He had some crazy dunks.
Glenn Robinson the third.
No.
The 360, full 360 at the barn in Minnesota.
Him and Brandon Dawson are comparable.
Brandon Dawson?
Cohen Carr is more athletic than Brandon.
I agree. I don't think we found one. I don't think we did.
Zion.
It just came to my mind. Zion's probably up there. Yeah. He'd be up there.
Zion. Cohen and Zion, same guy. But
one name,
Cohen's
guys.
not fat.
Yet. Keep him out of New Orleans. All right, let's move to the week of titles, NBA, NHL. We'll do College World Series first. You guys see any of it?
Yes, I was addicted to watching all of college baseball.
Okay.
I didn't watch the Sunday game, but I watched a few games throughout.
As a coach, Evan, thoughts on the show on Sunday?
Time and place. Obviously, that umpire thought like it's just another game. I can do whatever I want, and he can't disrespect me no matter what game it was. First of all, he called a strike, and that was clearly not a strike on the stolen base.
Yeah.
He got pissed off. He questioned it, and everybody's like, well, you can't question balls and strikes. Obviously, this is deems over from either the first half inning or the game before. And the Coastal Carolinas coach said it in the press conference, laid out all the details in the press conference. Umpire shoot him off like he was nothing. That pissed him off. He wanted an explanation, never got provided. I think just a heated discussion there would have been sufficed. Like, as an umpire, you just got to know the situation. As a coach, you also got to know the situation. I felt he got tossed a little too soon.
Agreed. And I thought you were very diplomatic about that. I thought that I thought that was insane to do it that fast in the first inning. I think there was a argument on a ball and a strike in the first half of that inning. And I know everyone's like, you can't argue balls and strikes. Like, you definitely can. Like, we've argued balls and strikes throughout the history of time. You can't get them changed, obviously, so it's a waste of time. But like, people argue balls and strikes. It's a big strategy in games. Like, you just chirp the umpire, hope he doesn't kick you out.
You say your one word, couple words statement, and hopefully you get a look and knows that you're there.
Yeah. And it was kind of just a weird sequence, like you said, because there was a stolen base, and it's like, oh, wait, you called that a strike? And then he definitely said you've missed 3 of them so far, because he put 3 fingers up in terms of balls and strikes, and the guy just yeeted them. And then it was chaos, because then the ump came running in, tripped over the other ump. He's on the ground. And the first base coach gets tossed too. And it's like with college, it's silly because then they get suspended. So then if there was a game 3, you kick them out of that as well. So way too far. Completely changes the entire dynamic of the game in the first inning. So
that'd be like a manager getting tossed in like game 6 of the World Series.
Yeah.
In like the first inning, and then game 7 of the World Series, that's on prime time on Fox. You're suspended for it because of something that happened over 24 hours ago.
Yeah,
just dumb.
Like, yeah, he can't come back for it. So that was crazy. I guess good for LSU. Like I said in the group chat, and kind of sent that. I just always think about their baseball stadium.
Question.
You guys see Arkansas blow it against LSU a couple days before that?
I did watch the highlights of that game. That game was crazy.
I placed a bet on Arkansas to win the World Series before the tournament started.
Oh, that was an incredible way to lose a baseball game. The guy falling down in the left field, I would never recover. And not turning the double play right before that.
Woo pig suey.
Tough.
Moment's too big for that program.
It felt like it. It really did. Whatever dark magic the Pacers had for a little bit, that's what LSU had to win that game. Speaking of which, NBA champions Thunder felt very anticlimactic, probably because I didn't watch Game 7, but I remember
probably because he go on tore his Achilles in the first quarter.
In like 20 minutes until Keith went on, the text was sent about the Achilles. I was like, oh, damn.
They showed it like 50 times.
Yeah, because Achilles aren't like, they suck to watch, but they're not that gross.
It was pretty gross. You could watch it rupture multiple times. They just kept showing it slow-mo. He takes a step.
Gross, but not gruesome. Like, you don't see bone, you don't see blood. It's just like a muscle pop.
Calf strain, inflammation.
Calf strains are deadly.
It's not just a calf strain. Everyone thinks, it's just your calf muscle. No, it's your Achilles that runs up through there. So anytime you hear same thing happen with Kevin Durant, calf strain. Calf strain is also your Achilles tendon runs.
So when my calf strains hard on the golf course, like flexes into like looks like it's in a Ziploc bag, and you're getting all the air out of it.
Your tendon.
You're close.
Stress on your Achilles.
My right Achilles.
Evan, if you have a calf strain, like, do you think there's a window here, months-wise, where you're back to normal? I asked that because Cade Cunningham had one before the playoffs last year. Remember, he was sitting out forever. I think we managed it okay. I think we got through because he didn't get hurt in the playoffs. But, like, he should be good by now, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's people that pushed a little bit too hard. Obviously, Halliburton didn't want to come out. You can't blame him.
Yeah.
It's just those where like, oh yeah, I'm feeling all right, like something that you can play through, and just the one wrong step.
As a guy with a calf strain, yeah.
Somebody you're going 100%, 100%, 100%.
Alex is the same as Halbert.
Injury, day off, rest, and then you try to like slowly progress it, and then now you're back to 100% and full on ramp up period. You don't have time to acclimate and get up to like the 50%,
Any tips for 75%. The calf strain? Anything you should do for it? I'm being dead serious about my calf strain. That
I think
is it a calf strain or is it like cramping?
I can describe different. It for you. I'll describe it. So it's my right calf. Anytime I take specifically hitting driver and I load hard on my right side, swing through, right on impact, my calf like flexes up to the point where it's like the most painful thing I've ever felt in my life for like 30 seconds.
Sounds like a cramp.
And then it goes away. Then I swing again. And then boom.
Yeah, that feels less of a strain. It feels more of a cramp.
Do you do any
first time it felt like someone shot me in the calf.
Do you do any pre-exercises?
Before golf? Yeah. On my calves?
Well,
I'll do some stretching.
You're saying it's the most painful thing to experience from you swinging a golf club, so like a couple exercises could help you prevent this on a golf course.
It only happens when I play lots of golf, and then it happens like towards near the end of the round on like my third round in 3 days.
Sounds like a personal issue.
This is LeBron in San Antonio when he went to play there and cramped in like Game 6 and had to sit out.
It's likely me not drinking enough water.
He did. People forget he sat out because of cramps in the biggest game of his team's year.
That's not true, dude.
Because San Antonio they actually were smart. Veterans, they're in great shape. It's actually sick. They didn't use AC in San Antonio's gym, so it was like 95 degrees in the NBA Finals. And Tim Duncan and Tony Parker were built for that. And LeBron was like, I'm cramping up. I can't play. And they won. It's true. It's true.
That's great if that's true. I've never heard that.
You should Google it. It's a real story.
So, anyways, the fix for me is drink more water. Okay, got it.
And Amon-Ra's dad has a video of one of their workouts, and he like was saying they make his kids, they do calf raises, like a crazy amount of calf raises every time they're in the gym to prevent Achilles injuries. So just do it.
I think calf raises cause my Achilles injuries.
He actually said like NBA players need to do these and they wouldn't have their Achilles. You know how Amon-Ra's dad is. He was like, if they just did my program, they would never have Achilles problems.
Well, I don't know if that's true. Amon-Ra's been hurt many times.
No. He's been hurt
like 3 or 4 times. One was his toe.
He sits out like one game at a time, though, in those cases.
He's also injured right now.
He did have knee inflammation. That is true.
That doesn't know shit.
Speaking of injuries, though, that's kind of what the NBA situation feels like. When I was thinking about this, I'm like, I don't know. The Pistons need to get absolutely nuts. I think you just pray everyone stays healthy, and then you find the year where a bunch of people get hurt, and you just.
Well, I tried to say they were the second best team in the East this week, and you guys all poo-pooed that.
That was a good conversation. That's part of it. The East is on paper more wide open next year.
Jaylen Brown about to get traded
to the Pistons.
Not to the Pistons, just multiple teams. Significant interest in Jaylen Brown trade requests.
Are you reading this live on air, or what is this?
Breaking news. Sports Illustrated 10 minutes ago.
I thought they would have been done after their Drew Holiday, Kristaps trades.
There was breaking news. I went to my thing, and there's breaking news, but it's about Kyrie Irving.
What's he doing?
Playing basketball?
He declined his player option.
Oh,
so he's a free agent?
And signing a 3-year, $119 million contract with Dallas.
Oh, staying.
Interesting.
So you opt out to get more money.
Or more money, I don't know. People want to play with Cooper Flag.
People want to play with Cooper Flag.
I would. Bad. And Con Knippel. But we should say that before we discuss any of these hypotheticals I have in my head, our GM came out today and said we're not doing anything, essentially. He said we're doing nothing splashy this offseason. So unless he's lying,
classic.
Alex was on that. But yeah, he said classic diversion, Evan.
Oh, yeah.
Don't look over here.
I don't think we're going to do anything.
I don't want them to really do anything.
I have one guy that I'm kind of not lusting over, but that just intrigues me for our team.
Like, giving up first-round picks isn't even really that bad because they're just every other year.
100%. And honestly, once I know there are cases every year, but if you're outside like the top 15 in the NBA in the first round, I lose interest. There, you can find cases all over the board. Second round picks actually mean nothing. Like I was looking at doing research of what the 37 in the NBA has been the last few years. Joke. Spoiler alert. So we have like 13 second round picks. If we're going to do anything, I would like to move. Well, let's save the draft stuff. The guy that I'm intrigued by is Lauri Markkanen. That tickles my pickle for our team. I think he would be nice as a stretch four that can shoot the hell out of the three. I think that's like, and you keep Duren as like a tough center, and I think that's just a nice combo right there.
So where's Stewart?
Gone. Utah. Beef Stew's in Utah. Ron Holland's in Utah. Couple of picks.
You're trading Ron Holland, the 18-year-old.
Trading Ron Holland and Beef Stew, and I'm building around
5 of our second round picks because we can get rid of them.
And a couple, and maybe 1 or 2 first. I don't know what that takes for Lauri Markkanen.
Lauri Markkanen has to
an
get
all-star.
2 first-round picks.
Yeah, he's an all-star. He's really
an all-star, Evan.
Well, NBA all-star is fake.
He's a 7-footer that can shoot the lights out. Good. But if I told you our starting 5 was Cade, Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, Lauri Markkanen, and Jalen Duren, I think that would kind of move some needles. I like that on paper.
Is he that good?
Pretty good.
Well, injury history is his problem. He's never played more than 68 games, and that was his rookie year. He played 66 here. But I think they shut him down last year because they're tanking. But, Evan, he shoots 9 threes a game, 35% clip as a big guy.
Great points per game.
Over here. 25, 23,
he went 25, 23, 19.
He fell off rebounding a little bit last year.
He hasn't been an all-star since 23, Grant.
Like 2 years ago.
Yes.
But it's a long time.
I would need to look more into why he's not playing as much.
Yeah, the most important guy.
I don't like his field goal percentage coming down. But again, I don't know. They were tanking last year, so I don't know what this looked like. I don't know if they were sitting him on purpose because they didn't want to keep winning games. But they're bad, and they're blowing it up. And he's a guy. He is 28 years old.
He's 1 month younger than me.
I think he slots right in here. Finland.
The finisher.
He does have a fat contract, I think.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm out. Don't need him.
Why?
Not that bad, to be honest.
Just don't.
$46 million right now. That's a lot.
Oh, my God.
That's a max player.
53?
Well, yeah, you kick that down the road. He's someone else's problem by then.
Don't need him.
Pistons whiffed on generational opportunity by not trading for Kevin Durant.
Other guy, Alex, that could tickle you, Zion. Is it Zion Summer?
No.
Power forward. Beef Stew gone. Ron Holland gone.
Carr.
Same trade, basically. Would you rather have Lauri Markkanen or Zion Williamson?
Zion.
Evan?
I do not want Zion and the baggage that he comes with.
Is that a fat joke?
Yes. All the gumbo that's around his belly.
Gumbo for Coney dogs? Fair trade. Lafayette Coney
style pizza?
Damn. Oh, yeah. He's a 2-time All-Star, actually.
Zion's really good at basketball when he wants to be. Let's not forget.
Just doesn't play. 24 games, 61 nice, 29, 70, then 30. Like, you want to talk about not reliable to be on the floor?
He's always injured because he's fat.
Well, next year he's going to play over 60. The following year he's not.
Has never not averaged 20 points a game.
He's really good when he plays. Really good.
Really good. All right, I guess we stand pat then. I guess that was a roundabout way of saying we're doing nothing this summer. And we just hope. But to your point, Alex, I would still put the Cavs ahead of us, the Knicks ahead of us because they beat us. And I think we're right there with the Magic. I do think them getting Desmond Bane is nice.
Orlando Magic.
But
Orlando Magic.
Orlando Magic.
The Knicks core is what it is. Our core is going to be better because they're young and improving, and we'll get Jaden Ivey back.
I don't think the Knicks are going to get worse.
Yeah, but I think we're getting better.
Who's the Knicks head coach? Have they announced that yet?
No, they don't have one.
They're waiting. Jay Wright is holding out hard.
Jaden Ivey, Grant, plays in that series. We probably win that series.
We might. We also got to figure out what our bench looks like because we don't know for sure if we're bringing back Schroeder or
Don't
Beasley.
forget, Isaiah Stewart was also injured Didn't play after game 1. Isaiah Stewart and Jaden Ivey play that series. We win that series.
Do you think it's a foregone conclusion, though,
Knicks.
to the point I said that we would beat the Celtics and Pacers in a series without Jason Tatum and Tyrese Haliburton?
We should beat them.
We'd be expected to beat them.
Definitely with no Drew Holiday and no Porzingis now either for the Celtics.
The Celtics are going to be bad next year. They're tanking.
They're doing what the Warriors did when Steph got hurt.
Yes.
One down year, and then they'll win the finals the next year.
They'll have like a top. I guess they'll probably hope to have like a top 5 to 7.
Dude, they're going to get Cohen Carr. Jesus Christ.
They might get Cohen Carr.
I might move to Boston if that's the case.
He'd stay in the green and white.
Oh, he looked good in that jersey.
Yeah, we should. We're better than the Pacers and the Celtics. Pacers are still good. I think the Pacers are still a playoff team.
Yeah, Pascal Siakam's very underrated.
Like, they have good depth.
Very underrated. It's a great point, Evan. Incredibly underrated.
So I still think the Pacers are good, but I don't think they're better than us. Because we have.
So you think, in your mind,
Alex,
we should be the second best team in the East next year after the regular season's all said and done? In your gut? That's how you feel.
I still don't believe in the Cavs.
Okay, but I don't think we're better than them in a regular season setting.
Magic are definitely better now. Desmond Bane.
So you could talk yourself into us being the best team in the East next year. After 82 games of basketball?
If you told me that we ended up the 1 seed in the East, I wouldn't. Or like if we made the NBA Finals next year, I'd be like, yeah, I could see it happening for sure.
I would. Okay, well, that's different. I think we'd be more likely to be the 1 seed and make the finals. If we made the finals, I would next year.
Why could we not?
I just think we would get hung up in one of those later. The goal next year would be to win our first playoff series, and I think anything there is from great is gravy.
Why couldn't we make the finals?
We could have. We
just did this year.
If we stay healthiest,
very similar.
If we stay healthiest and we run into teams that get injury problems, like they had some help along the way, Giannis going down, I think that could help us.
Giannis isn't even going to be on the Bucks.
I think he will stay on the Bucks.
He doesn't want to be. They have no one around him.
They have no one around
the
Bucks.
They're not even going to be a playoff team.
If he's on the Bucks, they'll be a playoff team. We're talking about the Eastern Conference.
They'll be in the play-in game.
We'll probably be a top 6 or 5 seed. Anyways.
I think the Knicks are the biggest threat to us. I think we're probably the second best team in the East behind them. That's what I'll say.
You're not in on the Cavs.
If we return guys. No, I'm not in on the Cavs.
The Cavs also had Darius Garland hurt in their series. Pretty good.
They don't like Darius Garland.
They should. He's a good player.
They want to get rid of him.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to see it to believe it. Because, I don't know. We just
They've
have a lot
lost in the first round 2 years in a row.
We also are dealing with, in our regular season, we were the 4 seed. No, we were the 6 seed. 6 seed Pistons. And we had one of the best 3-point shootings of all time from a role player who won did not win 6 man of the year, but was in contention. So we're not banking on that happening again.
What we're banking on, Grant, is our second best young player not breaking his leg, our best young player continuing to become one of the best players in the entire league.
Sar Thompson.
Is that what you're talking about?
Oh.
And Sar Thompson, we know, is going to make another leap because he's an athletic freak and his defense is nails.
Defense nails. My Thunder takeaway too is I'm vindicated that we should just all buy in onto great defense.
Yeah,
because that is
defense wins championships.
What you can rely on. Now in the Pacers case, they kind of were like flying around Phoenix Suns offense, but I don't want to copy them. I want to be the opposite of that and be the team that wins the 90 to 89 game, and that's what we need to strive for.
That's what we did.
So maybe Lauri Markkanen may not be the best fit. Maybe we just keep our
bring in See, don't get rid of Ron Holland because he's probably going to be a plus defender.
Maybe you keep Ron Holland then. Just keep riding it out. Get better.
We're a young core that's just going to grow together and be good.
You sound like Trajan Langdon.
Well, because him and I know ball.
But also, this is the most wide open the East will probably ever be next year.
So why not win it?
Because if we do this a year from now and Jason Tatum's back and Tyrese Halliburton's back, looks a lot different.
Yeah, then we're falling right back down to 4th or 5th. So
hopefully it's between us and the Magic by then. I would like us and the Magic. I like those teams playing against each other for the next 5 years.
So you can watch Michigan kids play.
I like Paolo. I think Paolo versus Cade would be very exciting.
Saw a gross rumor that the Magic want Jace Richardson. Be just too many Michigan and Michigan State guys on that team. Wasn't Gary Harris on that team too?
Yep.
Yeah, he's been around there a lot. He's gone back and all over the place. He was on Denver, then back to whatchamacallit. NHL wise, Evan, I don't know if you want to weigh in. I just think we should take whatever Florida free agents we can get.
There's a nasty rumor for you.
They're not leaving.
Going around. Let's see if I can find it.
Oh, Evan
they're not leaving.
So Evan likes Red Wings rumors, but doesn't like to spread Michigan State rumors.
Yeah,
correct.
Not to mention every Red Wings rumor he's ever given us are fake.
Well, this one.
At least I've hit on a couple.
I don't want Mitch Marner. I would like that to be on the record.
Okay.
Interesting.
We're looking for somebody to take Tarasenko's bad contract. Not going to happen. We have to buy him out.
Okay.
Remember, I was excited about that.
And Hall's contract as well. Gonna have to buy him out. Nobody wants his contract. We're actively all over the goalie market once again for the 5th year in a row.
Hard to find in this league.
Very hard to find. However, there's a nasty.
This is fake.
Yeah. No. Also, source.
I don't believe this for a second.
Let's give him credit.
Open Ice. BR Open Ice.
Oh, Bleacher Report.
Yeah. You know.
I'm glad I'm sitting down. This seems heavy.
Pause.
I misread it.
Nope. No, we're in this.
He did a Bryn Forbes fumble.
No. I'm on the article right now. I just don't want to say the player's name wrong.
Or what you did the other day, you're like Trey Hendrickson's a lion or something, which was insane.
Bullshit.
All caps. Maybe
welcome to Detroit.
Yeah, welcome to Detroit. That was
go to Twitter frantically and nothing there. I'm like, Evan.
Yeah, that was
Come
insane.
on. What is the suspense?
Give me a second. I'm gonna butcher this guy's. I don't want to say the wrong Stars player.
Oh, he's a star.
The one guy.
It's not Jamie Benn.
That we didn't draft. I saw that.
Jason Robertson.
Jason Wilkinson.
Jason Robertson.
You want to bring in Jason Wilkinson to play goalie from the Dallas Stars?
No, this guy's not a goalie.
Hypothetically available. Jason Robertson. Detroit Red Wings. Bleacher Report.
25 years old.
Okay, Alex, we give up one of our top prospects, Axel Palinka.
No. I like that guy.
A lot of Red Wings fans are on Grant's page. We give up a first-round pick and Jonathan Bergeron.
Bergeron can go. First-round pick can go. I'd like to keep Palinka. ASP. We already have a nickname for him.
The Hurricanes are also trying to get this guy.
Okay, so there's one. There's one name. I said the draft's coming up, Grant, but you got to butcher the draft. Just F it. Trade your picks because you can't keep out all the young talent. So yeah, Jason Robertson, potential trade.
I'm just ready to see all the young people that have
been
being held in the wings play. I just don't understand that's not how hockey works, but I'm running out of time here.
And then we're also reportedly rumored to be going after. Give me 1 second.
We have to make the playoffs this year.
I'll be out. Hire Eiserman if we don't.
And I know it's not how you're supposed to build your team, just panic moves, but you have to make the playoffs this season.
It is fire.
Well, Trevor Zegras got traded to Philadelphia, which feels bad.
Yeah, which felt like nothing. I don't know a bunch of puck, but I felt like that was peanuts. Funny you, Alex.
Yeah, it was very funny.
I don't know puck that well.
I don't know puck.
I listened to Ryan Whitney and Paul Bizinet about puck, and I feel like I get a little bit smarter.
What's the name?
I can't find it, Alex. This is what happens when I don't.
God, his sources freaking ghosted him.
Give me a second. Plays for the Islanders. Alex, calm down. It's all edited out.
You're making more work for it.
The Islanders, you said. The Islanders.
Noah Dobson?
Yep.
Right shot defenseman. Doesn't look like much. 71 games played. You want his mug? There's his mug.
He's available. Red Wings have shown interest.
Hand up, Evan. I don't give a what they do, as long as they make the playoffs. And if they don't, it's fire Yzerman. That's where we're at. That's where we're at with this camp over here.
Well, Alex, people think that Yzerman has a life contract, so Illich doesn't have to deal with it.
Well, if we miss the playoffs again.
Well, good news, Alex. We have a full year with our coach. He had a winning record.
Evan, last year.
Never forget where I was when the first guy got fired. Auburn Golf Course, Christmas.
Last year, this time, it was, we are going to make the playoffs. We felt good about it.
No, I warned us of this. Winter is coming. I said, we're getting younger. I told you guys that we probably wouldn't make the playoffs.
I told you this
last year. Tarasenko,
Alex,
like, oh, he's
the
going to be good.
I told you this. We didn't make enough splash moves, and we got worse, addition by subtraction.
We got younger, too. We let more young people in.
So it sounds like Yzerman out. That's what it sounds like.
Alex, you have to convince the Winnipeg Jets to get rid of Connor Hellebuyck, and then we'd be in the playoffs.
The entire fate of our franchise.
Huh? We'll go somewhere else.
No, like get to convince the Winnipeg Jets, like they don't want Connor Hellebuyck anymore because how bad he is, and then he'll come to Detroit.
I think the entire fate of the Winged Wheel dynasty, the history, rests in the hands of Trey Augustine.
Well, Sebastian Costa's above him. Sebastian Costa actually played for the Walleye this past year.
Trey Augustine might not play for the Red Wings for 5 years.
No, we need him up tomorrow.
Sebastian Costa has a chance.
Let him do a whole summer of one-on-ones versus McDavid to get himself ready. We need him. It's time.
Suck again.
NBA draft.
Though we are not talking about the 37th pick at length.
I have a couple guys, but it sounds like you don't care.
Are you kidding me?
Well, like their names we all know.
It better not be Jahami Broom or whatever. He's unathletic.
Garza. Let's get excited about that.
I don't want him. I do want to show you guys, though, just so fans and us can temper our expectations. These are the past 37 picks in the history of the NBA. Not many names that you know. Gary Trent Jr. is the best player by far.
A lot of these people are just foreign people, so they don't have to sign them. It's just down the line.
Yeah. Not many. We actually had the last one. Bobby Clintman. We tried telling you about him, Evan. You're like, who is that guy?
I want to see them.
You want to keep going? Now you're in.
Yes. DeJuan Blair, Pittsburgh. Good player.
Quincy Acey played at Baylor, right?
Mehmet Okur.
Eddie House. Come on.
Steal.
Be a champion, Eddie House.
Let me get a mock draft.
So this guy's going to suck and probably not even make the team.
Realistically, you're looking for a role player.
10th guy in the team.
I think we need a big body of two-way guy. We need the most athletic big man possible. I don't care if he scores. I just need a backup center.
I don't want a big man.
Minutes.
I don't want a big man.
I need a big man.
I think I want a guard. Okay, this is the range.
Another guard guy?
The second round starts here. You got Tyrese Proctor, Sion James, Cam Jones, Chaz Lanier, Elijah Martin
if we drafted Chaz or Cam Jones, I'd be happy.
Okay. Chaz and Cam. Adu Thiero from Arkansas. Too, he's a big body, 6'6" wing, Evan, 3-and-D, without the 3. John Tanji, don't want. I want to say that now. I am getting flashbacks to the one guy that played for the Wizards, Johnny Davis.
Yeah, I don't want
Don't think he's athletic enough. No, he's sick. John Tanji carved. I just don't see it. Jimmy
Not
Golden. This kid's probably small, but I like Ryan Nemhard. Brother's good on the. I like the Nemhard family.
Yeah.
If you needed like a Marcus Sasser, if he starts to phase out and you want a backup point guard, Schroeder, I like Ryan Nemhard. The guy I love, the guy I'm planting my flag that I think he could be like the 8th guy as the 37th pick in our rotation, playing just ball hawking guard defense, is Sion James from Duke. I loved him watching them in the tournament, and I bet on them all the time. That guy is a pit bull, and he's not going to bring much offensively. He did have really bad inbound turnovers when they blew it against Houston.
Yeah, but he was the guy.
We just won't let him inbound. He plays good defense. 6'5", already old, 23, stocky. I like him. That's my guy. You could say the same about Elijah Martin. I think he's a little
Elijah Martin a lot.
Dog.
He's sick.
On Florida's team, he was like the emotional guy, like the energy
I like
guy.
that guy a lot.
That's another guy I'm looking for. I wouldn't be mad, Evan, if we did Chaz Lanier. He can shoot, so you can always take that skill. But Cam Jones, again, I know the name, so I'm fine with that. That's where I'd go. I'd go old guys. Tyrese Proctor would be nice because he's younger and he can shoot as well. He's a little bit.
If he fell to us, I'd be fine with that.
He's a little skinnier. But this is where I'm saying I don't know if it gets a lot crazier. I would love to trade up into
Jace.
This right. Yeah, Jace right now, I think. Well, or Walter Clayton. I would love to have him.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And Jace is 23 right now. So if we could take 4 second-round picks, because we have 13 of them stocked up, and move up into the Jace Walter Clayton range, I would do that in a second.
Yes, for sure.
In a second.
Completely biased. I would do that.
Jace would be fun. Spark plug off the bench.
I'd love to continue watching him play.
This kid's good too. We watched Will Riley's a good player.
Don't like that kid. Looks like
really? He's a good player.
Yeah, he's good. He's just dweeb. Danny is in the top 20.
Oh, that'd be nasty. Is it Washington? That would suck for him.
They'll die there.
Oh, Liam McNeely.
Not a McNeely guy. Can't stand him.
Anyways, Sion James. That's my guy. That's my plug. Do you guys want the rest of the top 10? I feel like Alex is Derek Queen top 10.
Oh, Derek Queen's a dog.
Malawatch is a beast. Yakachonis 8.
No, guy's a bum. Scored 3 points at Breslin Center.
I think he'll be good in a couple of years in the NBA. You know who he'll be like is who's on the Hawks? The Bogdanovich on the Hawks? Or was on the Hawks?
Yeah. No,
that's who he reminds me of.
Pistons, wasn't he?
He's good, dude. That's high praise.
No, not Bojan was on our team. Bogdanovich on the Hawks.
Didn't know there was 2 of them.
Yeah.
No, the younger one.
Yes.
Bogdan.
That plays with
He's
on the
really good.
Or the team with Jokic. He's okay.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's okay.
He's a very good NBA player.
He had one really good season when they made the conference finals. But I don't know if he's like...
If you put him in this draft, he'd go top 5.
Yeah, I mean, Yakachonis is going 8th. I think they remind me.
Ace Bailey's really good, too, and he's fallen to 6 because he won't go anywhere.
He's not working out for people. He's playing a diva game, apparently.
He's going to die in Washington.
Jeremiah.
Oh,
5th.
Almost came to Michigan State, never forget.
Can nipple up to 4. EJ Edgecombe, 3. Dylan Harper, stud. Dylan Harper's
so good.
I'm so in on Dylan Harper.
So good. He's a monster.
And Swag.
I think Dylan Harper could be better than Cooper Flag.
That's not happening.
He's going to be asked to do more, I think, right away.
Everyone's pretending that Cooper Flag stinks now all of a sudden. I don't really understand why.
It is so good at basketball.
Everyone's like, oh, no, Cooper Flag, he's nothing. He's not that
He should have been on the Olympic team last year. That's how good he was. That's how
he was
played against this
so good.
I saw some bomb on a podcast. He was like, yeah, Cooper Flag's like his ceiling is probably like 3rd best player on a really good team. I was like, what the are we talking about? People were losing their mind over this kid 6 months ago. And they lose in the semifinals, and then all of a sudden we're done on it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think
all year.
I think his success will be tied to he needs a really good primary ball handler. He's not a point guard, obviously. He needs someone like a Chris Paul that can control the strings, but if he just ran a 2-man game, the amount of tough mid-range shots he hit in college that you don't see a lot, especially from people his size, was stunning. And his passing is sick. He's one of the best.
Very,
big
very good.
And defense is off the charts.
Top 2 pick in most drafts.
Yeah, he's very good at basketball. All right, that was that. Golf, Ryder Cup update. Let me get those standings up for you guys.
They're not that relevant.
Not what?
The standings are relevant, but not that relevant.
Well, do you want to get out of the way? Have you seen any updates on Spieth?
Yeah, he's fine.
He's good? He's back?
Should be fine.
Okay.
Only JJ spawned in it. I said it.
Well, U.S. Open champ.
Made it. So
Scotty, Xander, Spawn, Russell Henley right now moved up 3 spots playing electric golf. Bryson, JT are your 6 that you have to have on your team.
I think that top 7 is probably locked.
Yeah.
in.
I also think
Holland's guaranteed.
Yeah.
I also think, assuming he doesn't fall off a cliff, I feel like Ben Griffin is going to be on this team. He's playing insane golf recently. Like, he's top 15 every week on tour. I don't know.
Yeah, it
and in the
sucks,
majors.
dude, because I hate his swing. He looks so goofy, dude.
I like his story, though. He was like
selling insurance.
He
or
was a
something.
funny looking dude. He was a funny looking cat.
This guy, there's just no way this guy is Ryder Cup material.
This dude's butthole puckers so hard. In the Ryder
Dude,
Cup.
he's only won one time, and it was in an event when you have a partner.
Since T8, 1,
he won
2,
Charles Schwab.
T10, T14. I mean, and won the Zurich, and I know that's a partner event, but the dude's been playing some really nice golf. I think he's trending to he will be on this team if he remotely keeps playing like that.
I hope he doesn't.
What, Evan? Any names? How would you fill out your 6 captains pick? I can keep scrolling to if you need to see more names, but then now same question for you. You're in on Koepka.
You are not putting Brooks Koepka on the team.
Look at his track record.
He's been terrible this year.
No,
He's saying in the Ryder Cup. It sounds like if you're
Ryder
making
Cup
the case, it has to be just Ryder
and
Cup.
at the course.
Well, I gotta hear your whole team
the
then.
course record.
Gotta hear your whole team then. See if it makes sense.
All right, so that's one. That was your first pick too.
Collins on it.
Okay.
Scroll down. Oh God, now Brian Hartman.
Koepka, Collin are in.
So do you think some of these people get pissed off if like somebody gets taken above them?
I think some
No.
people
Or below
know their
them.
place in the world.
They know that some people.
They definitely get pissed though. They all have big egos. Like you
Yes.
kill to be on this team. So yes, yeah, you do.
There's some of these. Yeah, you're going too far. Obviously, I would love Ricky. Where's Ricky at?
Come on.
That's me. We should, 44.
I haven't seen. Where's Jordan at?
Spieth was
25.
Oh damn, didn't see his name. So not too far back, top 50. Koepka. I'm probably taking Sam Burns.
So Morikawa,
Cantley.
Koepka, Burns,
Sam Burns.
Cantley. 2 more.
You need 2 more.
Well, I'm honestly telling Keegan Bradley
He's playing
to play.
5. But you're the captain. You are Keegan, so you can choose if you play.
There we go. And then we'll let Ben Griffith play.
Griffith. I like that.
picking-
Give an edge on his shoulder. 6.
And you let Keegan Bradley play with Ben Griffith when you have 2 sums, and then when Griffith goes off,
Why
he
you
goes
call
off.
him Griffith?
Because Griffin sounds too weird.
Mrs. Griffith.
Yes.
Kindergarten.
Ben Griffin.
Ben Griffin Stadium. Isn't that where the Gators play, no? Ben Hill Griffin Stadium?
No.
Yeah. That's all I think of when I see his name. I
Oh.
think that's their stadium.
It's not Ben Griffin Stadium.
It's Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. It could be him.
Could be named after him.
Freaking Ben Griffin.
Jesus Christ.
This is our team. Alex, your 6 captain's pick.
So we're assuming that the top 6 is the top 6.
You got to keep them for sake of the exercise because they were in it today.
Morikawa is going. Cantley's going. Spieth is going.
Homer.
It's not a homer. Everybody
If he's
says
healthy.
he's going. Assuming he's healthy, he's going. I am not big on Keegan playing for the sole reason that I think it'd be hard to be a captain and play. I feel like
That's
that's
why you
not a
have
good
assistant
idea.
captains. All you have to do is pick one really badass assistant captain. Boom,
Jim
problem
Furyk.
solved.
I don't want to derail you, but I was wondering. I truly don't think it is that hard, but maybe I'm missing something about golf.
But
It-
he
it
could go
is
off
hard.
first or last. And
Well,
obviously
the
if
thing
he
with
was-
being the captain, Grant, is you're following him around on the first day, and you're deciding who's going the next day.
yeah, but
based
he
on
can
what you
sit
saw.
out two of the rounds. He
Yeah,
can play himself.
he doesn't have to play Friday or Saturday, right? You only have to play
Yeah.
Sunday.
Realistically, he would probably only.
And I want him in a singles, but I would say maybe he play there's
He would have to play before Sunday. He would play whatever the quick.
Friday
He'd play
morning,
Friday
sure.
morning. I think he would play Friday morning.
First group Friday morning, get it out.
Yes.
No, because you need to win that match.
I
You
just
You
don't
need to win all the
think
matches, Alex.
Send in your big
hypothetically.
dogs first.
I don't want to diminish what the Ryder Cup captain has to do, but I think the bulk of the work you do is
Dude,
lead up
Zach
to
Johnson lost to Forrest Grant. Come on, don't forget that.
that. Well, he handled the media poorly, but I also think if I'm putting bulk of the he's easy to blame, but like he did not hit a single golf shot that weekend. Like our guys still played like ass that entire stretch in Europe. So I don't think he helped vibes, but I think if Keegan just brings good vibes, and I think your captain being in the mix could give you a boost. I don't think like when he's done with his round, he'll have to debrief with everyone, but Furyk, Kevin Kisner, they'll all help him. I don't think it's that hard to be a captain and play. I could be way off on that. Maybe the emotions are tough because you're thinking about what's going on, but I think
you're a little off for sure. I mean, you haven't been watching golf vlogs, so it's not a surprise. But yeah, I think you're a little off.
But like the Ryder Cup captain, you just drive around your golf cart and see how the matches are going on. You should not be giving like shot advice. You should let the player play with his caddy. Like you're not going to. I think you should hit a butter fade here. You're just
planning out the whole week and practice and who the matchups are and who's playing with who, and you're doing a lot of other shit. Yeah,
Scotty plays with Sam Burns. Speed plays with JT.
That's what you would do. That's why you're not the captain.
You could do that during the week.
Yeah, either way, bulk of his work is done before he lands in Bethpage.
Cool with him playing if he wants to play.
Sorry, who are you?
Practice rounds.
I thought that
most of his work is done before he tees off on Friday. I'll say that.
Ideally, if he's going to play, I want him to play like early Friday, be done. Don't play Friday afternoon. Don't play Saturday at all.
I would play Saturday afternoon. I would not play the back-to-back.
Also,
I would take Friday and Saturday morning off.
I like Keegan Bradley. He's a good golfer. Him winning the Travelers is a little different. That's basically like his home. Like that's his event. That's like the one he loves. He's won it before. That's the one he gets up for. So like winning it's impressive. Yes.
Yeah, but he's also still playing.
Like, is he going to continue that the rest of the year?
Event, Alex. It was big names all over that.
I said he's
playing good this whole year, though.
He's a good golfer. I'm fine with him being on the team. I'd rather have him than Ben Griffin.
I mean, he went right after the flagstick over the bunker on 18. He needed a birdie. He got the shot.
He's just hot right now. T8, T7, T33 at the US Open, first with the Travelers. Like he's just playing hot golf.
Jesus, Evan.
That was a big breath. Big exhale.
Keegan also said that he's not taking guys that haven't played in the Ryder Cup if they did not auto qualify.
That's kind of crazy.
I need that in quote, Alex. I haven't seen that source yet.
So if true, Ben Griffin not in the top 6, will he just not take Ben Griffin? I don't know. But anyways, my people are going to be Cantley, Morikawa, Spieth, Burns, Keegan, I guess.
Yes.
And then let's do a wild card pick so I don't pick Ben Griffin. Let's take someone that has a nice golf swing. Cameron Young. Cameron Young can go. He can be my
I like that. I like Cam Young. I think he would be sick at Bethpage. Mine would be the same 5 of Colin, Keegan, Cantley, Burns, Spieth, if healthy. And then I think I'm going to lean Ben Griffin for now. He's just been playing so hot. But that's obviously the one can flip it any direction in the next couple months. I mean, a lot of them can. I think Colin's a lock. Cantley's a lock.
Yeah.
If Scotty wants me to pick Burns, Burns is a lock. Spieth is a lock if JT needs it. So those are like 4 locks. And then I think there's 2 rotating spots.
I saw something the other day. In 2025, post Jordan Spieth surgery, he's the 9th best U.S. golfer in 2025. He has 7 top 20s. If he's healthy, he's played in every single Ryder Cup. They're not going to leave him.
He's top 23 in the world on data golf, which people like better than world golf ranking. So you just use that, Alex. Be like, hey, he's 47th in the world golf. He's 23rd in data golf.
Yeah, because he missed like 12 events last year because he was injured. That guy's going. If he's not going, I'm going to be pissed.
I would like Brooks to play better to get in because I think he is a big event guy. I gotta see him. I gotta see him win on Live a little bit. Just win a Live event.
His PGA showing was, or not PGA. His U.S. Open showing was encouraging. I guess he was better. Made the cut. He's got to do something at the British. Like he's got to finish top 5.
He's got to do some tricks for us at the British.
I would much rather have Brooks Koepka than Ben Griffin. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, when we talk about getting off the bus to intimidate the Euros,
Yes.
I would like the body of Brooks Koepka versus
Ben
the
Griffin gets
headshot
off the
of Ben
bus
Griffin.
and Rory,
Who's on their
Victor,
team?
Tommy.
All right.
Has some
Evan.
squids.
Rory,
team's good.
Tommy, Hatton, Bobby Mack can throw his weight
That's
around.
good. Bobby Mack's a good golfer.
Shane Lowry. Like, these guys are men off the bus. Look at that lineup of Bobby Mack, Shane, and Sepp. You will do not push them. They would eat Ben Griffin for an appetizer.
I think Ben Griffin
And
would lose
Hatton.
in singles to all of these guys. Every single one.
And then
In the
I
top
think
six.
Ludwig's been not playing amazing, but he's in. I think
He's
Ludwig.
going.
these three are
Ludwig.
in.
Victor's going.
Yes.
Justin
I think
Rose is going.
I think Hogart. I think
And John Rahm, which he never shows up here, but John Rahm's like the second best golfer still kind of in the world.
Oh,
think
yeah.
7 through
Rom's
10 are all
definitely
going.
going.
Let me go back to data golf.
I think those ones in Rom are going.
Rahm,
And then you have one more
McIlroy,
spot.
Fleetwood, can't take Joaquin Niemann, Hatton, can't take Connors, Hovland, Straka, McIntyre, can't take Matsuyama, can't take Day, Oberg, Lowry.
Just take Hall.
Harry Hall. No, that guy stinks.
No, I think they might take Thomas Dietrich as a German. I think they could.
No.
They
I
could
think
just
they
take
the-
both Hoygaard brothers.
They could
take
take. I think
Hogard.
Rasmus played last year. Right.
And no, I think
he was on the
Nikolai
team.
played last Ryder Cup.
You know who's not playing? I don't think is. I think Matt Fitzpatrick's not making this Ryder
Aaron
Cup
Rye.
Double gloves.
because Matt Fitzpatrick is down pretty far. I don't.
They
think
might
he's
just
making
take
it.
him for experience.
But their team's pretty set too. I think they have like one wild card spot, maybe two. Well, we said these three plus John. so
Victor
two
in their
wild
10
card spots.
hole is a scary sight.
Yeah,
They're good. Just as good. They kicked our ass last time. I mean,
we got to
who are
have
we kidding?
guys like Sam Burns beat Victor Hovland. That's just got to be what it is.
Grant, do you have that course matchup? Like, who matches up well on Bethpage?
Let's see. I think it may not work.
When's
I
the
think it
last
has
time
to be
they
like.
played an event at Bethpage?
I think it has to be like that week and where it shows up. I don't
PGA
think
or the
it just
US?
shows
Koepka
up.
won it. Broke the course record.
It's like 2015. So a lot of these guys probably haven't. Well, I'm sure they've played the tournament.
Oh, yeah, I can. Here we go, Evan. Oh, it's not hosting. So I can't see.
We
That's
know it's not
pretty
losing
lame.
this week. We're looking for the most important
Damn
tournament
it.
of the year, please.
Damn it.
God, I can't wait for that. What weekend is that?
September 20 something.
20.
It's not our
20s.
SEC trip, is it?
No. Our SEG trip's in October.
These 14 pros have played Bethpage Black very well.
Jason Day.
Jason Day.
Jason.
Oh,
I
you're
love
the
that
same
guy.
one.
Ricky Fowler.
Ricky. Not too shabby there, huh?
That's the prop. That's why Evan told us to look it up.
It's because no one's played here.
Yeah.
It literally says in the second part of that article, no one's played here.
It's going to be, I think the Travelers was a little teaser of that. Like, I do think a lot of the crowd did want Tommy Fleetwood to win because he's an awesome guy. But you could tell how, I know it's Keegan's hometown as well, but it's going to be rowdy in the East Coast.
I felt
for that
so
event.
bad for Tommy. So bad. I want
Me
him
too.
You tweeted
But
out
also
today.
felt great for Captain USA. That was sick.
follow
Good
him on
momentum.
Instagram. Tommy's probably my favorite European golfer for sure.
Tommy won the Ryder. He was the winning match in the Ryder Cup last year, 2 years
Yeah,
ago,
'cause
when
Ricky gave him a
Ricky conceded
5-footer.
a putt. So Tommy Fleetwood's fine. That's why Ricky can't be back, Evan. I'm sorry. He conceded the
That
Ryder
was
Cup.
unforgivable. You gave a 5-footer to win the Ryder Cup.
Wasn't that
Didn't
bad.
even make him putt it.
Yeah, just like make him putt.
He's a nice guy.
How did Ricky make that team, if we're being honest?
Different time. He was hot. 'Cause
Coming
he
off
was
of
one.
Rocket Mortgage.
That wasn't his U.S. Open runner-up or whatever.
Yeah, I think it
third
was.
year,
It was
wasn't
the
it?
U.S. Open runner-up, and
Yeah.
he won the Rocket Mortgage.
God, why does he suck again? I thought he was coming back that year.
When's the? All right, so until
Plays every week too, Evan. They
have
let him
until
in every tournament.
August
Not the U.S. Open,
17th,
he had to qualify.
we're actually less than 2 months away from this team. Well, not the captain's pick, but the top 6 locks in August 17th after the BMW Championship.
Where's the BMW Championship at? People are going to be gunning for their throats after that.
BMW Championships qualify only. It's like the first leg of the tour playoffs.
Oh yeah, you need to qualify for the playoffs.
Rocket Mortgage
That
is
was
in
Justin
Detroit this
Thomas
week.
barely made the playoff last year.
Yeah, my guy Jordan's taking it off this week. Smart move.
It's kind of a break, honestly, until the
Who's playing in the
Genesis.
John Deere?
Nobody. July 4th weekend.
That was George's first win.
No chance. The BMW Championship
George should play that and try to win.
In Owings Mills, Maryland at Caves Valley Golf Club.
Aiken Bradley, previous winner. Wow.
And then we'll know our 6 after this. And then we'll have captain's picks probably like shortly after because the freaking Ryder Cup's
not
26 to the 28th. We need to have people play ahead of. That was the problem last time. Our guys didn't play enough rounds before the Ryder Cup. They just like took a month off, it felt like. And then there's like, oh, we're here.
Another thing that the captain needs to be responsible for.
Yeah, because Europe plays like as a team. They make their guys play around like 2 weeks before.
Evan, the charge for Ricky to make it begins at the John Deere. He's in the field.
Is he not in the Rocket Mortgage? He has to be. It's his sponsor.
It's not the Rocket Mortgage anymore. It's the Rocket Classic.
Sorry.
All right, last segment. I think Evan's going to thrive with this hypothetical. I don't know if you guys read it.
I didn't.
I did not read it.
You get $10 million to stay in a bare 10 by 10 room for 1 year, 10 feet by 10 feet. You get one Amazon purchase each week. What are you buying to get you through the year?
Is there food?
Some caveats. There's a faucet with water. I don't know what gruel is. I don't know if this guy's Europe or what. Another faucet with a kind of gruel that tastes terrible, but will technically keep you alive. And a toilet. The room has no windows, but has power outlets. It's just cold enough to make you uncomfortable. You start with nothing. All purchases on Amazon are fair game, but only one purchase each week. So a basket with a bunch of stuff in it sold as one unit is okay for a week, but not buying the thing separately. What do you choose to get you through? This got my brain thinking when I read it. I read a bunch and I was like, I like this one. What are you buying? This would also suck. It may not sound bad. A 10 by 10 room with nothing in it for a year, you would go insane.
You get to buy 52 items.
Definitely some sort of like dried out meats or like
we have plugs.
Trail mix. Huh?
You get plugs.
Power outlets, right?
Yeah.
The first week would be miserable. But
all right.
You can't buy.
Crazy take. So there's nothing in there, right?
Yeah, you get a faucet with water.
First thing I'm buying is like a pillow blanket set. You know, I need a pillow and I need blankets.
Sleeping bag or no, separate?
Something that I can sleep with. Because just sleeping on the ground in a 10 by 10 room that's kind of cold, God, it's terrible. That would make it so much worse. If you're not sleeping, you'd go insane. So you need something nice to sleep. About that.
I think your first purchase has to be food, though. For that week, it has to be.
Well, what is gruel? Is gruel just like slop? What is gruel? Oh, it's food. Yeah, it's food.
Okay,
a thin liquid food of ointment.
It's a porridge. Okay,
yeah, it's like oatmeal.
So you boil cereal. Okay, and they said it tastes terrible.
Food's only for nutritional purposes only. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I could get over the food part. I would just eat it.
Technically, it'll keep you alive in a toilet. Okay. Also, I would need dude wipes. That has to be up there early. And
I would not
toilet paper.
Ever waste anything on dude wipes ever. I'm sure toilet paper's in this place. If you got a toilet,
no,
they're gonna give you toilet paper.
A simple toilet.
All right, then one of your items has to be like 100 pack of toilet paper.
I'm just trying to think of like priority wise. Do you go if you
That's
have
not
gruel?
High on my priority.
You live off gruel for 1 week just so you can have a pillow and blanket. You gotta go a whole week, Sunday to Sunday. You're just gonna eat gruel. I think you have to buy food first and sleep on the floor.
I can eat oatmeal for a week.
Okay. Evan, what's your first purchases? I feel like you're a survival guy.
Sleep is important.
You gotta buy like Alex. You gotta buy like a survival like camping
air mattress
package. So it comes with like a wool blanket, pillow, like hunting supplies, all that. So you just get that all out of the way the first week.
You don't need hunting supplies, I don't think.
But then you have like tools that you can work with.
Yeah.
Then you buy more stuff. Yes.
Something you can definitely get an air mattress 1 week when you're feeling it. Get a nice little bed. I'm thinking by like week 40, week 30, I'm getting a PS2 set with like 60 games. I was thinking PS2 with the TV.
I was thinking like once you get the bare minimum, I was thinking of things that take up a lot of time. Like I think PS2 is a great idea. You have to get a TV then. You have to get one first.
Yeah, you get some shitty little TV and PS. Well, no, you can get whatever you want. You have money, right?
I also thought maybe like
You can't buy them separately. It has to come in like a basket, Alex. It has to come all in one purchase.
I'll just get a PSP.
Yeah. Maybe a really big puzzle that would take you forever. I don't know.
No,
that could take a week of your time.
Nuts.
No, not a puzzle.
Fast.
No puzzles.
Colorblind, tough puzzles. No.
Like what kills time for a year?
PS2. Well, we were kids. We did that a lot. Yeah,
movies.
Video games.
You buy
movies,
a bundle
yes.
of movies.
Oh my god, TV and movies. I might buy that like week 3. It'd be like we're at Barb's, Evan, just in the basement watching movies. I guess you'd need a VCR though.
Cell phone pretty early or no? Contact people.
You don't have service or Wi-Fi.
I think you could get service.
No,
I'm not.
That's why I said PS2, or I would have bought a super nice Xbox.
Wi-Fi connector.
Yeah, if you had Xbox and could like talk to your friends with a headset on, that wouldn't be fair.
Well, your friends would have jobs.
Imagine how good your NCAA dynasty would be by the end of this year. Oh my god!
I would literally just get like 100 pack of games.
But you would go crazy. I think what could be clutch is getting like one of those fake sunlights, the lights that make you think it's the sun. You're going to need some sort of light. You're going to go crazy. No windows.
How do we know there's no windows?
It says that in it. The room has no windows, but has power.
Is there lights?
You buying a hoodie early on if you're uncomfortable?
I'm just wearing layers to my 10x10.
Tell you what I want first.
You're wearing layers to the 10x10.
Wait. It doesn't say this place has lights, so you might have to like buy a lamp.
You might need a lamp. God. That would be early on. That would suck.
It would suck so bad that you have to wait a week for your new stuff. You'd just be so excited about it, and you have to sit around. The first week would be so. Oh my god, I'd be so bored.
It actually is one of those challenges that would get. I think
you can buy 10 sleeping bags in one bundle.
What a bad. In theory, it should get easier towards the end, but you would start be going more crazy because like you've been in there forever.
No, I think by the end you're starting like things are coming in. You probably got a nice setup in your 10x10 by now. Probably fine,
dude.
Like
how
the food
big
thing, like you would have to like. At some point, I'd probably want to like splurge and just buy like a 80 pack of like those chip variety packs and just smash
snack
chips.
Boxes.
Play PS2.
Snack boxes.
No, I would just be eating Doritos, playing PS2, drinking Mountain Dew. I'd be like a kid again.
I also think we're underestimating how cramped you're going to feel when you start buying.
This guy bought a fridge for his? I guess. Like, you could just, in theory, just prioritize food and drinks and like nice stuff to eat.
I think comfort and food. When you're bored, you just
eat all the time. Why would you get a bike?
Would you get some dumbbells, Alex, to keep your physique? No,
this is the size of the room. This is like
you could get jacked in a year. You could get absolutely jacked. Calisthenics.
Well, no, because you wouldn't be eating right. You would get no protein.
It's also true. I don't know. This one kind of overwhelmed me.
You'd come out of it looking really rough. No, but seriously, what's the first thing you buy?
I think it is a snack kind of kit, like Evan was saying. I think something like that for food is first, and you sleep rugged the first week, and then your second week is bedding.
Evan?
I think bedding and the survival bundle, camping bundle is first
week.
I
just go on Amazon right now and type in survival kit.
This guy,
it's all
powdered eggs.
He says he's from the military and an outdoorsman, that physical discomfort is more bearable than bad food. So he'd get a 100-pack care package of various snacks as his first purchase. Oh, he'd do entertainment before bedding. That's crazy. I would go bedding next, I think. Maybe not. He's going to use food packs, paper, and crush wrappers to make a pillow.
Oh, you have a phone because you have to use the phone to order your Amazon shit.
Oh. No.
Dude, I would spend the first like 14.
Entertainment.
The problem would be I would spend the first like 3 days on Amazon looking for what I wanted. It'd be so difficult to decide.
72 hours survival
got stuff
kit.
Like this.
There we go. I mean, this is exactly what MREs, freeze-dried meals. It says on Amazon, Alex. This is perfect.
$320.
You don't have to worry about the price. You just have to pick it out.
Yeah, like the first week you'd spend so much time scrolling Amazon, you could find something.
Cookware.
Yes.
A rechargeable headlamp. That'd be sick. Just walking around in your 10x10.
You know how much you could do with a roll of duct tape?
Wait, go to the second picture. think it tells everything that's in there.
Yeah. 100 zip ties.
That's obsessive.
Water filter.
A saw.
Got a 10.
Okay.
Water
There's some
filter.
things you don't need for sure.
Correct. You don't need
Gloves
or
alcohol.
Evan,
30
the
feet
room
of
is slightly cold though. Ponchos could be a move. You throw
Would
that
you
on
guys
over.
buy booze and just get drunk one day?
No,
Maybe towards the end. Yes.
Yes, your last week.
This doesn't really do you good other than the food stuff
The meals,
and the
There's
headlamp.
2 of them though, and a food bar.
dried meals,
And a
food
whistle.
bars.
You could be a really good whistler.
You have a cookware set though for future. Hand wipes.
The water filter would be nice.
You have an emergency blanket, Alex. What are you talking about?
You have a Tinder app. Nice.
We all do. Multi-tool, duct tape.
Basic needs: food, seasoning, stove, fridge, prep table. Just be a sick chef.
You'd probably have severe mental trauma after a few weeks.
Alex is,
Yeah, no internet.
To
kinda
find a way
sucks.
to get internet.
You're not having internet. I don't need it. I just need a PS2.
this would be my week 1 pick. Click on it, see what it is.
Is
I
there
could
a
read
light
this for
source?
hours and see what people
Yeah.
said.
This is good stuff. This is a rat hole. All right, that's the show.
Yeah, what about all your garbage?
It's stinky.
Like, where'd you go?
I don't know.
Who delivers the boxes? You just hand him their garbage. You stuff it into the porta potty, Alex.
I just
Just
make
let-
a hole in my wall.
And you hope they
dump
come
in
pick it
there.
up.
Yeah.
Cheers to
Cheers.
216.
So Evan wants to do it for real.
I would do it.